welcome back to the On Recipe and to another edition of NXT Out of 10. And yeah, big episode of NXT this week, lots going on. So yeah, let's get straight into it. And we started things off with a cage match, steel cage match between the Creed brothers versus the Diablo, of course, scared him at ringside, and a followers grabbed Brutus, carried him away, leaving Julius alone against Jagger Reed and Rick Fowler. Brutus finally got back into the match, and here Brutus won by the side and side low clotheslines with his brother to win. Steel cage match has become very similar over the years, but it's obvious everyone involved wants to do something unique. The match never really relied on an escape option or had anyone but competitors step inside the structure, from keeping Brutus out of the action while to use the cage door as a weapon. The match had a wild and built a furious climax to the fans on the feet. The teams have always had great chemistry, but it was the best match together, and likely their last in some time. It's one of the best matches on NXT TV in a while. The balance in NXT is restored and had a chance to put the Creeds over. Hopefully the Schism story is over for the Diamond Mind, and yeah, they can progress on maybe towards the main roster. Who knows? Kind of feels like they've done everything they need to in NXT, but yeah, this was a great start to the show, I have to say. 7 out of 10. The Glory War Heritage Invitational, Butch versus Charlie Dempson was up next. Before the match, NXT showed a video package highlighting the rules, and it's kind of a bit like the G1 climax. The participants were for Group A, Dempsey, Butch, Bate, Axiom. Group B, Fraser, Coffey, Hudson and Tozawa, but Dempsey could not keep on the technical offense of Butch. She put him away with a bitter end. The match was fine and long enough for the kind of this group stage match. Butch and Dempsey worked smooth together in less than 5 minutes. It was not surprising to see the Brawling Brutes won his group, even with great competition. This is a chance to rebuild and where he's stuck in the tag team action on SmackDown. But yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 for me. This is a really good match, and yeah, like I say, hopefully start the building up for Butch, and I really like this new format. But anyway, Ilya tried to lay out a challenge to Conor Hayes, but no one died, and Metaphor interrupted to talk up the Scottish Open over. Ori Mensa then agreed to a match with the Mad Dragon before the two teams brawled. Metaphor remained one of the most entertaining acts in NXT. It did not make sense for them to pick a fight with Dragunov, but it gave Mensa more spotlight than he should have in a good contest with the Mad Dragon. WWE clearly setting up the stage for the Melo v Dragunov rematch. However, it should not happen until No Mercy, so it'll be a few weeks focusing on building rather than rushing, I feel. But, you know, an interesting direction. Maybe ED's main roster bound. I don't know. I kind of don't really know how I feel about it, but I'm definitely giving it more time to build this up. Dana Brooke and Kiana Jordan then took on Elektra Lopez and Lola Vice. And they looked like a lethal combination. Dana Brooke and Kiana Jordan could not quite manage their chemistry. Vice and Lopez hit a combination roundhouse kick and a spine buster on Jordan together. When this was a good match, but no one was really looking too polished in the ring. Everyone was rushing around to get in their spots. Brooke and Jordan are not as cohesive as team as they should have been given their similar backgrounds. Vice and Lopez are building on some credibility as a team. They could be an interesting challenge for Chelsea Green and Piper Niven at the right moment. And this gets 6 out of 10 from me. I don't know. I feel like, yeah, the match was good, kind of just there, to be honest. Intriguing direction we're going, both storyline. Kind of feels like 50-50, but yeah, 6 out of 10 to be honest. Dijak then took on Eddie Thorpe. Dijak tried to every shortcut to hurt Eddie Thorpe. It paid off as he used the steel chair to strut the ref. This allowed him to knock out his rival with a belt load of fists and hit the big discus boot to get the win. Twice now, Hard Justice has picked up the victory over Thorpe, but this time it was especially messy. Given the dirty finish, Thorpe will get one more shot, and it should have a stipulation. The best option would be a bull rope match or something like that. This should allow Thorpe to win the most important bout, perhaps on a big stage like No Mercy. White, but the first two matches have been too short. Third bout on PLA should sign. So yeah, it gets 6 out of 10 from me here, but I don't know, I kind of feel like it needs something big to build up to, like I say. But yeah, it wasn't bad. Global Heritage Invitation time now once again. Nathan Fraser taking on Joe Coffey, and yeah, a surprising result in this one, I thought. Joe Coffey ducked a Phoenix Splash and hit all the best for the bells for defeat Nathan Fraser Cream, which of course a big win for him. This was a more complete bout than the first match in the Invitational. The former Heritage Cup winner made the Gaz boy look like a beast, and Wolfgang and Mark Coffey never had to get involved. Joe has not been set up at level of Fraser so far, but the tournament could be his big break. Round robin formats allow for interesting results to break like this for sure. And yeah, it gets 7 out of 10 from me. Big run for him, and I think Joe Coffey will benefit from it, but I think Fraser, you know, yeah, like I say, beauty of the tournament, still plenty of time to bounce back here for sure. But anyway, after Roxanne Perez hit Pot Rocks on Blair Davenport, Kiana James caught the prodigy with a 4-1K. She then hit Gigi Dolan with an inverted low stamp facebuster to take the win. James and Tiffany Strachan face off afterwards in our main event. This was a fun fatal 4-way match in which the women found creative ways to stay in the action. Perez was all over this, especially rarely taking a breather at ringside as most do in these battles. Well, it's surprising that James won. This was miscased by the announcement that the match should be happening next week and not at No Mercy. So yeah, kind of guess we're building towards Stratton v Perez, kind of final boss in the PLA. Stratton v James will be a solid match though. It will be a major test for the challenger who got beaten suddenly in 2023. So yeah, big moment for her and hopefully she can rebound. But yeah, I think good TV challenger, and yeah, looking forward to the match next week. 7 out of 10. But overall this week, NXT gets 7 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought this was a good episode of NXT, I have to say. Starts off with the match in the steel cage to begin with. Really enjoying the tournament. I think we've had some intriguing action there. The main event as well, obviously high stakes in the women's division. So yeah, on the whole, I thought it was a really good episode of NXT this week. Can't complain, lots going on. So yeah, like I say, good stuff. 7 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. I like to subscribe. This is because I have daily wrestling news and squadron sounds going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.